Hey, do you enjoy survival games? Chances are you do, because the numbers speak for themselves. These games are incredibly popular. With their complexities and diverse subgenres, survival games continue to thrive in 2024. Today, we're rounding up 10 new and upcoming survival games for 2024. Number 1, we have Ark 2. I'm including this one out of obligation as we still don't know if it will actually release this year. However, we might finally get a good glimpse of it since it's been in development for so long. Despite being a sequel to Ark Survival Evolved, one of the most massively popular survival games ever made, we still know very little about it. I have high hopes that they will surpass themselves with Ark 2, given the significant budget, large player base, and extensive resources they have. They certainly have the potential to push the genre forward once again. How they will achieve that remains uncertain. One thing we do know is that Vin Diesel is in the game, which is an interesting addition. As of now, there's no release date for Ark 2, but we can hope to see more of it this year. Number 2, we have Road to Vostok. This game stands out due to its intriguing concept. It's a survival game set in a post-apocalyptic no man's land between two countries. In this border zone, you'll engage in typical survival activities like crafting, building, and foraging, all while attempting to navigate across this perilous area. What makes Road to Vostok particularly appealing is its hardcore single-player survival style. Every bullet counts, resources are scarce, and accuracy is crucial. Beyond its survival elements, it promises to be an excellent shooter as well. I'm impressed with what I've seen so far and hope they deliver a solid experience. There's already a demo available if you want to try it out, and the game is set to release in early access soon. Number 3, we have State of Decay 3. State of Decay 2 was a survival game that stood out with its unique take on zombies and resource management. The way it handled survivors and resources felt distinctive, making it a fresh spin on the genre. Since State of Decay 3 was announced years ago, we've been eagerly anticipating more information. Though we haven't heard much about the game, I keep bringing it up because I'm eager for any updates. I'm optimistic that this is the year we'll finally see what Undead Labs has been working on. Given the time they've had, I hope they've created something exceptional. The potential for State of Decay has always been high, even if the previous games had their flaws. State of Decay 3 could be a game changer. There's no release date yet, but I'm hoping for more news this year. Number 4, we have Once Human. This is a multiplayer open-world survival game set in a visually impressive post-apocalyptic future filled with intriguing monsters. The game features tight, over-the-shoulder third-person shooting, which is a style I particularly enjoy, especially in open-world settings. In Once Human, you'll engage in base building, crafting, and scavenging for resources with your friends, all while battling cool monsters and massive bosses. You'll build up your house and base, deal with other factions, and uncover the mystery behind the world's downfall, caused by a magical stardust from space. The game looks fascinating, and we hope it delivers when it releases on July 10th, 2024. Number 5, we have The Altars. This game is quite unique and challenging to describe. It's a single-player, third-person adventure set in a science fiction world, where survival revolves heavily around base building. In The Altars, you play as a lone worker stranded on a remote planet. Your task is to build and manage a mobile base station that can traverse the planet. The sun's rays on this planet are deadly, so you must constantly move to stay in the shade. The game incorporates the planet's actual cycles, affecting the resources available and what you need to keep your base and character alive. The developers have introduced a fascinating concept involving time travel, where your decisions in the past affect your present survival by creating new versions of yourself. It's a complex and ambitious game that mixes third-person base management with exploration and survival. Developed by 11-Bit Studios, known for their creative and unique games like Indica, The Invincible, South of the Circle, This War of Mine, and Frostpunk, The Altars is definitely worth keeping an eye on. Number 6, we have Light No Fire. This is the latest game from Hello Games, the creators of No Man's Sky. While No Man's Sky had a rough start, the team turned it around, making it an incredible game through consistent updates over the years. Now they've been working on Light No Fire, an MMO with a procedurally generated, truly open world. They claim it's the first of its kind, featuring a fully explorable planet. The planet boasts various biomes and cultures, offering plenty of adventures and hijinks to engage in, whether solo or with friends. The game has a more lo-fi, chill, and artsy vibe, making it unique and intriguing. Although we don't know much about it yet, the project appears to be quite far along. Given Hello Games' progress since the launch of No Man's Sky, I'm genuinely excited to see what they've been developing with Light No Fire. Number 7. We have Dune Awakening. Developed by the team behind Conan Exiles, they are now venturing into the world of Arrakis. Based on the classic sci-fi novel, the setting of Arrakis, with its spice and diverse cultures, is perfect for a survival game. The initial glimpses of gameplay look promising, but we haven't seen enough to form a definitive opinion yet. The idea of a proper Dune game, where you strive to survive on a harsh desert planet where moisture and water are precious commodities, is exciting. We're eager to see how these elements translate into gameplay. Dune offers a rich and compelling sci-fi universe, and we're thrilled to see what Funcom has in store. A release date announcement is expected soon, and we're hoping it's sooner rather than later. Number 8. We have Rooted. This game looks like a more traditional boots-on-the-ground multiplayer survival experience. Set in a beautifully rendered, overgrown post-apocalyptic world created with Unreal Engine 5, you and your friends will scavenge, craft, build, and survive together. From what we've seen, Rooted offers a visually stunning environment, reminiscent of what The Day Before aimed to achieve, but with a more grounded and realistic aesthetic similar to The Last of Us. In this game, you'll scavenge resources in an overgrown city, craft items directly from your backpack, and build your base with a level of detail that looks very impressive. The idea of combining The Last of Us aesthetic with a survival game is intriguing, and Rooted seems poised to deliver on that potential. You can sign up for an alpha test, which adds to its credibility compared to some past projects that didn't live up to expectations. Though it doesn't have a release date yet, Rooted appears to be a promising project. We'll know more once we can get our hands on it. For now, alpha signups are available, and the game seems to be on the right track. Number 9. We have Terminator Survivors. This concept is perfect for a survival game. With so many IPs being adapted into survival games, the Terminator franchise feels like a natural fit. Set just after Judgment Day, the game focuses on humanity's struggle to rebuild and survive in a world ruled by machines. You can play solo or cooperatively, scavenging for resources, building and defending bases, and fighting off machines in true survival game fashion, but within the Terminator universe. Published by Nacon, a company known for its varied portfolio, Terminator Survivors shows promise. While all we have so far are some impressive screenshots and a cinematic trailer, the idea itself is compelling. If executed well, the game could stand out among other survival titles. The thrill of building bases and fighting against Skynet's machines adds a unique twist to the genre. Terminator Survivors is slated for release on October 24, 2024, and we're eagerly awaiting more details. Number 10. We have Aloft, a fascinating game centered around surviving on floating islands that you can transform into your own airships. Instead of building a base on solid ground, you're crafting and living on islands hovering in the sky, which you can harness and control. This unique premise offers a fresh take on the survival genre. You'll combat enemies corrupting the ecosystem while focusing on activities like farming, gliding, building, and navigating through winds, clouds, and changing weather. You can even equip your floating islands with sails to steer them like giant pirate ships. Developed by Astrolabe Interactive, known for Sacrifice Your Friends, Aloft is currently available in early access with a demo on Steam. Tentatively scheduled for release in 2024, it's definitely a game to watch for its innovative ideas and change of pace in the survival gaming landscape. Those were 10 survival games slated for 2024. Given the vast array of options, we could only touch on each briefly. Let us know your thoughts in the comments. Which games are you excited about? Or if we missed any you're anticipating or currently enjoying. If you're seeking game recommendations or want to discuss more, feel free to engage with us in the comments. Your likes are greatly appreciated. They support us immensely. And if you're new here, consider subscribing for daily discussions on games and more.